Let's make some catfish nuggets. Today I got some nice catfish fillets. As you can see, you just lay them out. This reminded me today of when I was a kid. We would always have a lot of catfish. It was a place called Osco's you used to get everything from. And it was so good stuff. But today I'm using blackened seasoning. Throw it right on there evenly. That's why I have them spaced out so well, because I want to make sure I get everything even. Throw a little garlic powder on there as well. Do the same thing on the other side because you want to make even seasoning because it does make a difference. Not too much, but you just want to get enough so you actually can taste it. Now, you just want to cut it up however you want to cut them. I usually try to cut them a little bit smaller because they cook faster and it's just easier to manage. And then it's like little bites because you want it to be nuggets, not necessarily big pieces of fish. And the smaller you cut it, the easier it is to manage and the easier it is to eat. Now, just keep chopping it up. Get those little bits in there. As you can see, it's some bigger pieces, so you just want to make sure that you get those even. Now, once you get it ready, you just kind of keep that seasoning on there. I got that one small piece there. I want to keep that fillet. I think I need to get rid of that. Now, you got your cornmeal. I already pre-seasoned my cornmeal as well. Some people don't. Today, I'm using it right in the bowl. Now, you can get like a bag or plastic bag and put it in there. But for the sake of the video, I'm putting it right in the Tupperware bowl. You shake it up. Make sure it gets around evenly. Shake it up. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Now, you can see everything is nice and even in there. And you want to make sure it gets a generous amount of cornmeal on there because it's going to make a difference when you fry it. You don't want to leave any of the crevices with no cornmeal on it. Now, I'm cooking it outside today because it's so much more convenient instead of frying stuff inside your house. I had the grease ready and hot for it. As you can see, I'm throwing them in there one at a time. It's just easier because it keeps them from sticking and it gives them space as well to where they're going in there and cooking. Now, you want to do it kind of fast because it doesn't take long for them to cook at all. And you'll notice I'm going to keep the real time with the video and you can see how fast it actually cooks. Of course, the video is going faster, but this is the real time that I actually did the nuggets. Okay, so once you do that, I'm also cooking some potato wedges today. Now, I probably should have did these quicker or at least did them first because they take longer. But for the sake of the video, it is what it is. I ended up doing them at the same time and they did have to cook a little bit longer. So if you're doing potatoes, make sure that you cook them first because potatoes always take a lot longer than the fish. Fish is so fast, and you can see it's already browning over there on the video. Yep, just keep turning them. Make sure that you get a little bit of space in between there. You don't want to cook them too fast because it does actually burn the cornmeal, and you'll notice sometimes when you see people cooking fish, you'll see burnt kernels on the bottom of the pan, and that's because the heat is too high. So I usually keep it somewhere between medium to in between high heat. So somewhere maybe 3/4 up as far as the heat, okay? So you just make sure you just keep turning them. Make sure that you don't have anything sticking, anything burning. Once it starts getting nice and brown, it's going to be about the time that you take them out. Now, it depends on you. If you want to fry them hard, you can do that. I like to fry them soft. So I'm not going to cook them as long as you normally would, but it's still going to give the same nice flavor. Now you can see it's starting to get nice and brown. And you'll know they're done when they start coming to the top of the grease. You can see how it's coming right on up, just like that. You can also do like a deep fry with a lot of oil in there, and it's going to cook both sides at the same time. But I like to do it like this. Obviously for the sake of the video, so you can actually see what's going on, but it also keeps me engaged while I'm cooking. I like to be part of the process. So you can do it however you like to do it, but for the sake of the video, I want you to just be able to see how quickly it browns. It usually only takes probably 5 to 7 minutes during this time frame when you're cooking them because it doesn't take long at all. Like you'll see right now, it's starting to get nice and brown. And at that point in time, you want to get ready to take them out because you don't want to fry them too hard because they will start to lose their juice, and you want to keep them nice and juicy, but still crispy and brown. So we're going to go ahead and take them out now. And you can see a nice golden color as you take them out. They're also not sticking together. And that kind of is why I told you before, when you're putting them in individually, it keeps them from sticking together and clumping together, because you don't want them to be all stuck together when you pull them out and make it a whole lot easier. I have it on a nice little thing there where it's going to drip. Some people put it directly on to the paper. I like to have it on top of the paper so it drips down. Then, of course, you can always dab them if you want with a little bit of paper or whatever it is, paper towels or whatever it is that you want to use. Now, old school, when I was young, we would use newspaper. I mean, I remember that, or whatever we had. We had newspaper. Sometimes we would use brown sandwich bags, the same kind of sandwich bags that you took to school with you when you were a kid. But for the sake of the video today, we're going to use this nice little rack so you can actually see the food and see what's actually happening. Look at that. Look at that nice brown golden color. It is beautiful. Beautiful catfish nuggets. That's what you call perfection. Just look at that. Now you're going to plate them, add them with those nice, beautiful buffalo chips, and just look at that. Almost like a potato chip. I fried them a little bit hard because they were so thin, and it was so tasty. And with those, you can add anything you want on top of them, like a little Parmesan cheese or something like that to go on top. And so we now are going to taste it. Add a little Louisiana sauce. It's actually a new sauce that I found. It's a Cajun heat sauce, and it's really good. So we're going to add a little bit of that. I got to be careful, though, because I can't eat too much hot stuff that I'm getting in my older ages. So I have to be super careful. But you get your nice little nugget right there, catfish nugget. Just look at that, man. That is so good. Throw a little hot sauce on there. Nice little bend. Now, I'm not going to show you this part, because this right here is when I do my little taste test. That's so good. I can taste it again. It was so nice, I had to go back and do it twice. Just look at that. Dip it in that sauce. Just like that. Get it nice and saturated with that good Cajun hot sauce. Now, it's time to do it again. I think I need like a piece of white bread or something to go with it. That's old school. Whiz barbecue. The best you'll ever taste.